This is exactly how I made my first 1 million naira while working on a 9 to 5 job. If you are working, you are an employee, and you are thinking that how would you be able to save up to make a million or 2 million naira? Is it even possible with Nigeria's economy? I am saying it is possible, whether you are in Nigeria or whatever country you are. All you need to do is be disciplined to apply some strategic steps into your financial routine, and you will see the results over a period of time. I made way over a million naira in 10 months. This is what I did. The first thing I did when I got that particular job was I started saving. That was the first step I took. I started saving immediately. Okay, this happened in my internship year. So I started saving. From the first month I started work, my salary was not touched. Hold up, you're going to ask me, so what did you eat? How did you manage as an intern? How were you surviving throughout 30 days? Here goes the next step. The next step I took was I lived below, as low as you can think, like probably eat one noodles and one gala and take probably a juice, like a little mini juice for the whole day. Wasn't buying anything. I was managing and wearing the clothes I had from before. I did not buy new clothes during my internship year. I did not buy new shoes. Everything I used in the university, I continued using. So I was living on very low budget. You'll be wondering how is she doing. And then I got a free accommodation. I was not paying for accommodation for that 1 year, so there was no way I was able to, be panicking about how I was going to save and pay for rent, because the rent was taken care of. And there was nothing I was bothered about. I had clothes and shoes and hair and stuff I used in university, so I started reusing them. So the next step is to save a significant portion of your salary. So if you're not like me, who was forced to save all of the salary, you can still save a large portion of your salary and restructure your whole living, your transportation and your living underneath what is left. You have to, especially if you have a goal. Then I didn't have kids, I wasn't married, so it was just me and myself. Next step was investing. As much as I was an intern and of course I was getting salary from the hospital and all that, I was investing. I'll ask, if I put my money here, how much is it going to come out? If I invest, if I buy stock, if I buy this, what is it going to come out? So there was this little business going up then. It was in the north. They take your money, they use it to trade, and then they bring it back to you after like 3 months. So I told them, okay, I'm an intern that don't have salary, because I was, but it was all saved in full. So I told them, if there's a way I can get my own return as an intern on a monthly basis, no matter how small, whatever they were going to give in 3 months, I told them, can I get it in bits? I would appreciate it. And they were like, okay. So I made an investment. So the next step is develop multiple streams of income. Yes, this was where I was coming to. I know a lot of you will be like, okay, if you're not getting salary, how were you eating? How were you feeding? What were you doing? So what I was doing is, while my whole salary was being saved, before my internship year, I already started my skincare journey in 2015. So that was even before my internship year. So I already made customers in the state I said I wanted to do my internship before. So they would make orders. I'll tell them, okay, I'm like 2 hours away in another state, but don't worry, I'll make deliveries. So this was coming in on a regular basis. You see, while I was having a salary, I was having another income, which is my skincare business as at that time. And also the investment I made with some farmers that took my money and they were giving me income like on a monthly basis. So I had that too on the side, and I was pushing. And of course, the hospital where I was working, hospital also gave a little percent from our overall raw pay, like 10-15% of what we earn in a month. They give it to us for free, because the government was doing that to support those medical students. And also I was getting that like 10-15% that was coming from my salary for free on a monthly basis, along with these things I sell, my skincare, along with the little investment that was coming from that money I invested in that farm business. So at the end of the day, all this was coming, and I was living under the total income that was being made as at that time. So let's talk about figures. Yes, the total income as at that time was, I was getting 10,000 naira as at then, as a stipend. Okay, I'm going to say the year in 2018. It started from 2017 to 2018. So we're getting 10,000 naira stipend on a monthly basis, and I was making skincare products. I was making sales. So I was making, I wouldn't say the amount roughly I was making in a month. Then from the farmers investment I made, I was also making money, which was put together, and I made sure I was living underneath this income. As at that time, dollar was about 350 naira to $1 as at that time. So I was able to manage monthly. So I was literally counting 30 days and I will structure everything under 30 days. If you never worked before, if you are not a worker, you will not understand what I'm saying. But if you're a worker, you understand what I'm saying. Both your transportation, everything, you divide into 30 days and see how you can manage, see how much you are going to use in a day, and see how you can manage underneath. I did that for 10 months. So the next step I took was I was continuously educating myself. You should do that. Yes. Like I said, I asked questions about that farmer's investment where I was getting money. I didn't know about it before, but I asked questions. I went for a little seminar where I got this enlightenment and information, and I decided to invest in that state at that time. So continuously make findings, financial findings, go for financial seminars, especially if you want your financial life to improve. You can't do things on your own. You have to try. You have to ask questions. You have to meet people who are doing well. You have to ask them how they're going, their money, how are they investing. You would get answers at the end of the day. And the last step is stay consistent with the saving and be patient. If you give yourself 5 months, try. If you give yourself 2 years, be patient and be consistent for 2 years. If it's 1 year, be consistent. And then in 10 months, I made my first 4,000 US dollars. Yes, in 2018. And as at that time, if you convert it to Naira, it was roughly about 1.4 as at that time. So imagine a young graduate holding that amount of money in 2018, if you know what I'm saying. This is legal money that I worked for, not some money that was gifted, not some money that a family member gave me, not money that anybody or anything. This is my own sweat working for 30 days. And when I saw this money, I screamed. I'm like, is this possible? But guess what? The next thing you're going to say is, that was then. Things were a bit cheaper. Things were not as expensive as they are today. And then you had a stipend, you had a free money coming from the government. You also had your business and this. So how about if we apply it now? Guess what? I recreated that same strategy the next year. After that internship year was my service year. My service year where the pay was way smaller than what I got in my internship year, yes. But then I asked myself, okay, if I impute these 7 steps that worked for me in my internship, how about I recreate this for 1 year and see if I'll be able to also make $1 million or at least close to $1 million with less salary this time. I reapplied these same 7 steps, and guess what? It worked. I saved way over $500,000 that year. With I was getting less, half of what I was earning the previous year. I was earning it in my service year, and I still followed the same strategy, and it worked. I followed these same 7 steps. I saved way over $500,000. So what I'm saying here is, if you are a salary earner, you can save your money, you can invest your salary, and you can grow it. But the question is, are you willing and ready to be patient, resilient, disciplined, and consistent with these steps so you can save your first 1 million or more? I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like this video and share to someone who needs to hear this. And if you're seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome to my channel. If this is something that resonates with you, please stay in this channel with me as I drop videos weekly. So subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, and tell me, what other method have you tried to make your first 1 million naira as a Nigerian, probably this year or last year? Please leave a comment for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.